Hey everyone, welcome to the Switch Training Series. My name's Aaron Aders and I'm the founder here at Summerboard. Learning to ride Switch is that elusive goal that so few snowboarders actually ever achieve. That's because we don't want to waste our entire trip to the mountain learning a new skill and then have to learn it again next year when we come back to the mountain. This training series solves that problem by allowing you to ride Switch over the summer and come back to the mountain your first day back, and you're going to be riding Switch this upcoming season. This series is going to cover the lessons, drills, tips, and tricks to learning how to ride Switch. We find that it takes the average snowboarder about 15 training days to get this down. But of course, you can complete this series at your own pace. Now I want to go over 5 key things to keep in mind as you go through your Switch riding. First, take it slow. The really convenient thing about the Summerboard is that almost all tricks are actually more difficult when you do them slower than when you do them faster. I recommend going about 5 miles per hour because this is a speed that's going to be fast enough to do what you need to do and slow enough to jump off and walk or jog it out. I also recommend pacing out the training. Now we've got the training in kind of 3 general phases. The first we call pre-training. The second phase is really just dialing in the Switch training practice. This surprisingly doesn't take more than a few days to get you comfortable in riding Switch. But you really want to keep pushing it and get to the third phase, which is really mastering Switch, honing it down, and being comfortable at higher speeds, and even integrating some tricks that are going to be so much more fun on the mountain and just riding your Summerboard around in general. Third, make a playlist. This is going to be a playlist of your favorite songs. Pick something chill, you don't want to be super amped up. Pick about 5 songs, get 20-25 minutes of music, because when you go through these training drills, just like learning how to do anything else, there's a lot of repetition in the drill. And having the playlist and feeling the music and feeling the flow, it just makes it a lot more fun and probably helps you learn faster as well. Also, find the right practice spot. You'll notice when you first learned the board, we did all of the training on the basketball court to really dial in the board and get a feel for it. But now that you've got a feel for the board in a regular stance, you don't need to go to a basketball court and do circles and Switch. We want to find a long, straight, wide as possible, no traffic, flat, smooth path. Now, that sounds like a lot, but there are so many places around any town you can find it. The back corner of a parking lot, you can find bike paths. You can also find strings of basketball courts, maybe those paved playgrounds. There's so many places that you can find a nice smooth surface to practice your Switch riding skills. Last, I strongly recommend getting the Foamies footholds. When you bought your board, if you bought it in a bundle, then you already have the Foamies, and they're those surf style footholds that go on the end of the board. Now, just quick backstory on the Foamies. We really started building them for people that were too scared to use the pro footholds. When I was testing them myself, I've been trying to learn Switch for the last 5-6 years since I've been riding the Summerboard. And I always had the pro footholds on, and I never noticed, but I was nervous under those pro footholds and bailing out in the Switch stance. I never got comfortable, and it was all this mental block. And when I got the Foamies on, I just started riding Switch, and all those nerves and everything just melted away because I can just jump off at any time. And I can also grab the end of the board with those footholds and really have a lot more control. So you can practice riding Switch without the footholds at all. It's going to be more difficult because you don't have anything to grab the board other than just the grip tape. So there's a lot more balance involved. But if you can get the Foamies, I learned really without even a training session, just riding around. After a few weeks, I was riding Switch, and now I'm a Switch rider. And it was so cool because I went back to the mountain, and that very first trip back, I was riding Switch. It was just blowing my mind. And I was even getting more comfortable on snow because I had less reservations because it's snow and you're having fun and with your friends. Take the time, go through these lessons, learn Switch, and show up to the mountain riding Switch and having tons of fun.